Oh man, by popular request, we're getting this one today. Hold on. What's going on, YouTube? We're back again with another reaction, another review today. I've had an ungodly amount of comments of people requesting me do this reaction. So for today's reaction, NF's Intro 3. So like I said, I had a lot of comments on this. A lot of people wanted me to do Intro 3. I just did Outro, and I know he references Intro 3 in Outro at the very end, talking about him killing his fear, apparently. I'm excited to see what this one comes out. I loved Intro 1. I loved Intro 2. If you haven't seen my reactions to Intro 1 and 2, check them out. That's really where I kind of just fell in love with NF. Like, that's where I really fell in love with his music and the message he puts out and just how well he can spit his bars. And so since this is the finale of the trilogy of intros so far, I'm excited to do this one. I think it's going to be really good. I think it's going to bring some serious meaning, some serious context, some serious emotional context. And of course, it's NF, and it's one of the intro songs by NF. So given Intro 1 and 2, it's probably going to have some serious bars, some serious dialogue to break down. There's no music video for this one, but I did find a lyrical video, so it would be nice to actually see the lyrics as they come through with as fast as he's putting them out. So I'm excited to see what he's got, and I'm excited to see just how well he puts it out and how well he effectively brings that trilogy essence to these intro videos. But before I do that, if y'all can be so kind to smash that like button, smash subscribe, hit that little bell for future notifications. We just hit over 1,000 subscribers on my channel, and I'm wanting to grow this even more. I have been doing this for less than 3 months, and I really want to see just how far I can take it within this first year. I'm loving doing this. I'm loving the comments and feedback I'm getting from everyone, and I'm loving how this channel is growing and how many people are actually responding to how I'm reacting to all the music videos and just the lyrics and how I break down the emotional context of it. I'm loving it. So if you guys want to join in on this Axiom Society and enjoy the Axiom reviews, be sure to smash that like button, smash subscribe, hit that little bell for future notifications. Now back to the reason why you guys are here, my reaction to Intro 3, NF. Let's see what you got. All right.
What, are you scared of me? It's embarrassing. If it wasn't for me, you would have never wrote therapy. I've been here for you, but how come you're never there for me? It's a little bit twisted, but I miss when you and I had scary dreams. I don't really want to talk about it. Well, it's too bad now, Nate. Shut up.
All right, I'm already liking how this is coming through. I love the orchestral intro with the, you know, you can tell the string instruments just coming in very melodically, and it kind of creates kind of a ghost-esque kind of essence, like a spiritual essence, which makes sense considering it's from what I can see from lyrically talking about, you know, I was there for you, why aren't you there for me? NF always talking about his fear and how he hates his fear and how he doesn't want to live with his fear, and you know, that's directly tied to his issues, and especially within the song Mansions, with fear coming into his house and making himself right at home. It really creates that emotional construct of him to himself, that spiritual, him versus himself, his spirit, his soul. It's like it's the fragmented self, his fragmented emotions talking to him, in particular this fear emotion. And it already kind of creates that angst, I guess you could say, that kind of just emotional tension already, since it's between him and himself. Already kind of talking about, you know, I was there for you, why aren't you there for me? Already creating that construct of just tension and potential controversial dialogue between he and himself.
When you and I had scary dreams, I don't really want to talk about it. Well, it's too bad now, Nate. Shut up. Now, where were we? Oh, back in the day when you and I had it all mapped out in the basement, crying in your room like a baby. I wish Mom was here. We all do, so we wouldn't have to hear about it every single record. You don't really want to change.
Sorry, I had to pause it one more time. Talk about wish Mom were here. Yes, so we wouldn't have to hear about it. That's his fear coming at him. You know, how could you leave us? Him talking about his mom, you know, her dying, and him wishing that his mom was here. Like, that's such a traumatic event in his life, and that really shaped a lot of the issues within his mind and a lot of his emotions. And that's a lot of stuff that he talks about. And it's like his fear causes his self-doubt. Like, we wish mom was here too, so we wouldn't have to hear about it. That's like a self-doubt. Like, is anyone tired of hearing me rap about this? Like, I'm just rapping about my feelings, but are people getting tired of what I'm saying? Am I a broken record now? Like that's kind of what his fear is kind of instituting that dialogue to him. It's kind of putting that in his head. So that, ooh.
Like a baby, I wish mom was here, we all do, so we wouldn't have to hear about it. Every single record, you don't really want to change me. Yeah, I'm the one that made this happen. Do you really want to get rid of your main attraction? Let's pack our bags and go back to Gladwin now.
Go back home.
Yeah, it's time for the third record, and you know I got the content. I don't want to make you nervous, but it ain't like it used to be. We got a lot of people watching.
Sorry, I had to pause it. Yes, had a lot of people watching. When I was kind of looking up a little bit of the backstory on NF a little bit more, his fan base that grew, like he had a huge fan base in the beginning and it grew rapidly, but yeah, especially from therapy sessions to his third album, this one, I think it's Perception, his fan base took off. Like it really did. Like he had a huge fan base and he was already, he was ANF already before this record or before this album, but it really did take off. So it's like, yeah, it was a big deal, this third record. Like it was like very it had to be very intricate.
I don't want to make you nervous, but it ain't like it used to be. We got a lot of people watching. You told me that you don't want me in your life. That's pretty hard to digest. And I told you I'd leave when we die. And we ain't died yet. Therapy session was beautiful, Nate, but I'm wondering what's coming next. Yeah, get that stupid head off of your head when I'm talking to you. You hear what I said? You don't like the prison I built?
No, don't take the hat off your head, NF. No, that's a trademark look from you. Do not.
Yeah, get that stupid head off of your head when I'm talking to you. You hear what I said? You don't like the prison I built you? Yeah, you wanna know what the funny thing is? You keep on talking to me like a stranger, but we've been together since you were a kid. Yeah, took us from a no name, told you everything was okay. Now you trying to cut me out of it like I ain't never been a part of it. I ain't the heart of it, I made this whole thing. Yeah, put us on the dope stage. You must have no brain. What's the point of having guns if you can't aim? What's the point of having blood with no veins? What's the point of having love with no pain?
Flat out saying, without me, I was the biggest part of taking you from where you were to where you are now. Your fear, your angst, everything all your emotions that are driven by that subtle base emotion of fear. That's what took you. It was me that brought you to that point. I took you from a literal no name and brought you to this. And with saying, what's the point of having guns if you can't aim? What's the point of having blood with no veins? And what's the point of having love with no pain? It's pretty much saying, what's the point of having all these tools for success? What's the point of having all these beneficial things, all these life-giving things, the life-giving, life-preserving things to live for, without the hardships that either follow it or are created from it? Like you can't have one without the other. It's not just what's the point of it. There's no bad. What's the point of having guns if you can't aim? What's the point of having blood with no veins? What's the point of having love with no pain? They need to be together. Those the two things in each of those three contexts need to be together, and that's a very smart way how he put it through like that. Like kind of saying NF and fear are like all those things: blood and veins, love and pain.
If you can't aim, what's the point of having blood with no veins? What's the point of having love with no pain? What I'm saying is me without you doesn't make any sense. I know I'm intense and controlling, but you need to learn how to cope with it. That's just the way that it is.
That string, the strings in the background, like that, just that really gets that build up.
I know I'm intense and controlling, but you need to learn how to cope with it. That's just the way that it is. If you didn't want me to live in your house, you shouldn't have let me move in. It's comfortable here and I like it. I got my own room and everything. It don't get better than this.
Shout out to Mansion. All right, I love how he references his former songs in this. Yeah, he let fear in. That's just further proof. Yes, it is 100% fear that that's talking to him, or that he's talking back and forth with. Because he said in Mansion, he let fear in, and fear just made himself at home. And that's what he's saying. Because I feel comfortable. I have my own room and everything. And from what we talked about from in my Mansion's reaction, we know what room that is. We know that's a safety room. That's a safety net. But his fear still sits with him, even at the deepest, darkest recesses of his house. Fear is still there.
Move in. It's comfortable here and I like it. I got my own room and everything. It don't get better than this. Say wanna own your life and wake up and take your own advice. She's just mad cause you know I'm right. Yeah, I'm flattered you put me in mansion, but you should've told him right. Held your hands on the coldest nights. You didn't tell him about the times you and I used to hold the mic. I mean, what are you out of your mind? Guess both of us will be. Come on, let's go outside. Is this what you wanted? Both of us out in the open.
Sorry. I know I'm pausing a lot, but it's NF. The lyrics are intricate. There's a lot to break down. I like how he's saying, let's go outside. All the times that you and I used to hold the mic, you want me out of your mind? Come on, let's go outside. I like that. It's not a literal let's go outside. That's come outside of your mind. Come outside of your mansion in your head. Put it all out. Air it all out. Go ahead. Put your fear out in the open and air it out. Let's see what happens of that. And in reality, that's what he's doing in this song. He always talked about his fear, but now he's having a direct confrontational discussion with his fear in this song. He's literally stepping outside of his brain. He's stepping outside of his mind. He's bringing that fear with him, and he's talking about it. And that's literally what this song is. That's an awesome double meaning for one, because it's talking about let's step outside. Let's step outside, or catch me outside. How about that? Like let's go outside and confront this. Also, let's go outside of the mansion in your mind. Shout out to shout out to his former song Mansions. And also, let's go outside as far as we're bringing the fear outside of my mind right now. Like that's what he's doing in this song. So it's a double meaning, but it's also a triple meaning. So that's very well laid in. Like I know I pop and pause in a lot on this one, but it's NF. I have to break down what he's saying.
Mine, guess both of us will be. Come on, let's go outside. Is this what you wanted? Both of us out in the open, let's do it then. I mean, why are you doing this? I know that you're mad, but I'm not in the mood for this. We gotta wake at the drop. So why you acting like I'm not a part of it? Hey, where's my shovel at? Probably out back where it always is. You can't get rid of all of me. I'm the reason why. Shut up, I don't wanna hear another sentence. Hey, I'm in that. Is it me or the fear talking? What a dumb question. Yes, real music to the day we die, right? Yeah, ain't that the slogan, Nathan? Thought I told you to keep your mouth shut. I mean, so what? You know I never listen. Let me guess.
Just how he's getting more. There's more angst in his voice with everything he's talking about, and talking about. We have this new record we got to put out. It's time to go. We're about to start this up. Like you need me in this. You're gonna need me. You need me for the past. You need me in the past. We've been friends since we were kids, and just and how he's referencing that, and how he's putting the bars out there, and how he's actually overlaying his argument, like him to himself, like him talking over himself. That's such a cool way of how he's doing it. How it's just building up more and more and more with. How his voice is getting more raspy, how he's getting more of kind of a yelling context to his voice. And then with that, you can hear the violins, the strings in the background going. Then the bass keeps kicking in. And then you have that choir piece coming through in the background, which NF's music is always one to have that good shock and awe factor with orchestral piano pieces, all that, choirs. And this is once again another amazing intro piece to it. Like this is the buildup is just. It just hits hard.
Slogan Nathan, thought I told you to keep your mouth shut. I mean, so what? You know I never listen. Let me guess. We gon' dig a hole, kill a track, and probably put a beat in it. Rap about it for like 3 minutes. Hey, that's pretty deep, isn't it?
I like that. That was a cool form of imagery that he used. We're gonna dig a hole, kill a track, and probably put a beat in it. Of course, yeah. If you kill the track, it means you're gonna nail the track. You're gonna kill it. You're awesome. Like if you kill anything, you killed it. You're done. It's done. You finished it. You excelled at it, and probably put a beat in it. I just talked about NF's beat. So pretty much, saying he's gonna bury. He's gonna bury his fear. He's gonna bury something. We're gonna kill the beat or kill the track. Probably put a beat in it. Probably gonna last for 3 minutes. Yeah, that's deep, isn't it? Because NF's music is always deep, but deep like 6 feet deep. That's. The boy's good at breaking brains with the amount of meanings that he puts in his song and references and all that. Like he's the boy's good.
Put a beat in it, rap about it for like 3 minutes. Hey, that's pretty deep, isn't it? Wait a minute, you don't really think for a second that you're putting me in this? No, of course not. Just a little deeper, then we'll go inside and we can stop digging. Whew. You had me scared for a second. I thought we were digging my grave. We did. What, you don't like being afraid?
He did. Killing his fear. I like that. I thought you were digging my fear. Fear was talking now. Fear had a little bit of a bit of fear in himself at that point. I was scared for a second. Thought we were digging my grave. Crack. We were. You don't like being afraid? Ooh, that's solid. All right, so he's killing his fear.
Digging my grave. We did. What, you don't like being afraid? It's a dose of your own medicine. What, you don't like how it tastes? My therapist told me don't bury my issues, but I'm gonna be honest, man, I'm feeling great. I think it's only right we go back to where you were created. I wrote a song for Johnny without you, but he ain't gonna like it. Let's see how he takes it. He probably don't even...
If I remember right from what I read, comment down below, let me know if I'm correct, but isn't Johnny either his stepdad or his mom's boyfriend back in the day that used to beat him? Wasn't that the name of it? I don't know. Let me know if he was the stepdad or the boyfriend, ex-boyfriend back when his mom was alive. Let me know if that Johnny is him. I'm pretty sure that was him if I remember right from what I read on about NF. You know, some of his bibliography, his past, his history. But let me know. But if that is, and he wrote a song about it, also let me know which song that is that he wrote for Johnny, because I definitely want to react to that.
I wrote a song for Johnny without you, but he ain't gonna like it. Let's see how he takes it. He probably don't even remember us, does he? I wish I was burying anger, but both of us know I'ma need him for that song. He still lives in the basement. Almost done, should've done this a year ago. I don't know why I waited. You know how I get. I put everything off in my personal life. You hear what I'm saying? That was a joke. Yeah, it's hilarious, ain't it? You'll spend the rest of your life in my backyard or back of my mind. Depends how you see it. Put the shovel away. Time to go back in the house now. You'll be out in a week. Telling me you want your room back. That's funny, but you ain't got nowhere to sleep. I'ma just look out the window and laugh at you. This is crazy to me, cause I thought you had me in prison this whole time. But I'm the one holding the keys.
That final bit, because I thought you had me in prison this whole time, but I'm the one holding the keys. So that's got to be a direct reference to what I just watched with Outro, the very ending scene of him picking up the keys. Someone had commented on my reaction saying that has a relation towards, I think it's a song Outcast, if I remember right. So, and I think that's on my list. I think that's next on my list to do a reaction to. So, if him picking up those keys, now him saying I'm the one holding the keys, you know, that I thought you were the one that kept me in this prison, i.e. his mansion, his own mansion had become his prison. That private room with him in fear, just in the mansion of his mind that he talked about in mansions, that became his prison. That's his prison. But he's saying, I thought you're the one that kept me in the prison, but I'm the one that's holding the keys. So I like that. It's kind of like if someone said that, you know, I have no idea what Outcast is going to be, which I'm sure it's probably going to be another awesome, amazing NF song. But him going from Outro, him picking up those keys, then him realizing in this one, I'm the one holding the keys. I like that reference. That was solid. Now I get why you wanted me to listen to Outro and then go into Intro 3. All right. That was good and solid work. Like that was a phenomenal song. Holy hell. So that was my reaction to NF's Intro 3. Holy hell, was that amazing. I freaking loved it. That to me had everything that I wanted in another intro NF song. From Intro 1 to Intro 2, how it did that. Like I know this one isn't a music video and compared to the other two, and he did Outro was the music video, and this one it's just a lyrical video. But still, musically, I think that this brings exactly what you want in an NF intro song. You know, you've got the orchestral, you've got the drum beats, you've got the choir, and it hits in such a melodic way, in such an emotional, hard hitting factor. Like the emotional pull that he's able to create with that is phenomenal. It's second to none. I wouldn't even call it a rap beat. It's another form of another genre of musical composition. And it's not just a rap beat in this. And that's, I think all of his intros, you know, Intro 1, 2, and 3, I think they all have that kind of inlay in it, like that it's a different form of musical composition. It's not a rap beat. It's something more. It's something deeper, something a lot. It's meant to give more of an emotional context to the listener. I think it was phenomenal. Like I thought that was amazing. I can't wait to keep going with this NF journey. Thank you guys for recommending it. I absolutely loved it, and the bars were phenomenal. The emotional context was awesome. The references, the double and triple meanings. Oh my god, like that's NF though. And thank you guys for sticking with me this far on this through all the pauses and the breakdowns. But that was a phenomenal song. So NF, tip my hat to you again, man. But if you guys like this reaction, as always, smash that like button, smash subscribe, smash the little bell for future notifications. And as always, comment down below, give me more artists and bands and songs and this, that, and the other of what you want me to react to. Like I said, my NF stuff is pretty well laid out in front of me for what I need to do from here till about Clouds, if I remember right. But give me more. Keep feeding me more, and I'll keep feeding you guys more. I love doing this, especially music like this that has serious meanings, double, triple meanings, some serious bars, serious sounds, serious musical composition, and an emotional and mental context that really makes you think and feel what's going on in the song. So keep feeding me more. I'll keep feeding you guys more. We'll keep this circle going around and keep this Axiom Society itself growing. And thank you guys, but that's it. I'm out.